Hello, I'm Ann Shaw. When Brooks Shaw & Sons Old Country Store opened in 1965, my husband and I never could have imagined all the millions of people's lives it would touch over the next 45 years. What began as an antique museum has become a Tennessee treasure that welcomes visitors from all around the world. Back in the 60s, my husband started to collect antiques as a hobby after suffering 2 heart attacks. By 1965, he had amassed over 5,000 antiques. I suppose it can be said we were doing sustainable tourism long before it became popular. When we opened in 1965 as an antique museum, our lunch counter proved to be very popular, and we soon found ourselves in the restaurant business. With the passing of my husband in 1971, I was advised to sell, but decided to keep the family business and move forward, along with the storekeepers, Norwood and Joyce Jones. By 1978, relocated near Interstate 40 in a new development called Casey Jones Village and entered a new era. Along with our expanded country store, we entered into a public-private partnership with the City of Jackson by assuming management of the city-owned historic Casey Jones Home and Railroad Museum and relocated in 1980. In 2009, we added a beautiful 8,000 square foot addition. Since 1977, we have saved the City of Jackson well over $1.5 million. The Old Country Store is operated by my son Clark and his wife Juanita. My daughter Deborah is our marketing director. Our award-winning restaurant is famous for its delicious Southern cooking and has one of the South's most unusual gift shops. Our 1890s ice cream parlor was recently named one of the top 50 in America by USA Today. Our family has a great love and appreciation of history with a vision for historic preservation, bringing several historic structures to Casey Jones Village in recent years. We saved from destruction one of Tennessee's oldest and most historic homes, the 1837 Neal House in Trenton, Tennessee, that witnessed the Battle of Trenton during the Civil War. The house was literally days from demolition and was moved 30 miles during the summer of 2010 and is being restored to its former glory. In the last 2 years, we have saved a 105-year-old historic Baptist church, acquired a 75-year-old tenant farmhouse, and relocated a 1948 historic rail car. Plans for 2011 include converting a rail car and caboose built in the early 1900s into a place where we can host family celebrations. Perhaps the most personally meaningful to us was to save and relocate the original 1925 country store where my husband, Brooks Shaw, worked as a boy. We also plan to relocate 2 early 1800s log cabins to Casey Jones Village and convert them into a bed and breakfast, as well as expand our restaurant services with an expanded to-go, barbecue, and drive-through services. We take to heart the saying, "The greenest building is the one that is already built." It is sustainable tourism at its finest. We sense a great responsibility to serve as ambassadors of Jackson and the state of Tennessee itself. It is very important to us that the impression we leave them is one of gracious Tennessee hospitality. Our business is built on history, nostalgia, and the values of the past, and we are continually seeking innovative ways to engage the busy lives of today's families with such technology as YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. I'm now 87 years old and proudly serve as the chairman of the board emeritus. Our company now employs 100 people. We are very proud of the 3rd generation that is coming along. My grandson Brooks and his sister Elizabeth grew up here and plan to work in the family business and lead in welcoming the next generation of guests. We are indeed blessed at Brooks Shaw & Sons Old Country Store and Casey Jones Village, where the past is indeed prologue.